everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here and you like what you see, why don't you consider subscribing, commenting, liking, following me, joining Patreon, or whatever. You do you. That's what y'all need to do. Just do what feels right in your soul. I have a Grapevine from Michaels, one of these it's a Grapevine. It's just it doesn't have all that extra crap in it like this. You don't have to spend all this time cleaning it out and having it look terrible. Alright, so I'm basically making the same wreath I made last week, except different. This is a 14-inch base from Michaels. I'm trying to see, it looks... I noticed when I put my other one outside to take pictures of it, I was like, is this not round? Because it did look pretty round. I think I'm going to go like this. Alright, I had that big pick in the other one. This one I'm going to use one of the Dollar Tree white Christmas trees. Hopefully it's white, because I've already bought these and I got them home and they're iridescent. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? Alright, Dollar Tree, why is this taped up so much? Like, I need to sit it down now. Alright, all of this can be tossed. Look, why do they look even crappier this year? I don't know. Is it just me? And I'm going to come down here with my... You have to have really good pliers or wire cutters or bolt cutters for this. I'm just going to crimp that and then give it a few bends back and forth. And then I'm just dipping this in some glue because I don't want that to unravel, because that thread at the bottom is what's holding these on. So this does, I mean, we're not using this to attach anything, it's just, let's just get it on there, you know? Okay. So first thing we're going to do is find that piece, which makes it, twice as big. And I'm going to start opening this up by just pulling it apart, like down one side. So I want all my, I don't need anything back here because this is going to go up against the wreath. I'm just going to, business. So this is the front. These also make if you do it like this, you can make really cute mini swags. I made one and I couldn't hang it because it's just the way my light is. But I made one and I kind of just stuck it up above my porch light. It's like a carriage light. The ones that come out the wall, and it was under there, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Complimenting myself. So we've got our pieces on here. I am going to attempt... Oh, crap. Okay, well, it bends, but that's good. That'll work. I'm just trying to get this on here. Business. I bought one of these things. Does anybody use this? The wire, the wrapping paper cutter. I also got some zip ties. I had to go to 3 different Dollar Trees that I found them. Let's go. it's not. Okay, good thing I didn't tighten it. Needs to go through the grapevine, not just around the stem. I love cable ties. I'm gonna get this tied in here. What are y'all up to? What's going on? Y'all are seeing this towards the end of October, maybe November. It's like the what is today? It's the 20th. Oh hey, I get paid by Google tomorrow. Awesome. The 20th. I have like so much nonsense going on with me, like physically. Like my back still hurts. I've had this acid reflux flare up every once in a while where every time I lay down, I'm like, I can't swallow, I can't breathe, I can't do anything, and it freaks me out, but I'm trying to not, it's a little bit. I'm trying not to focus on that. I mean, there's nothing I can do besides take antacids and the stuff I'm prescribed and watch what I'm eating, but it's just, ugh. But I'm still alive, so. Alright, so here's our tree that's tied on here. I'm going to take my bottom branches. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not 9, really? Okay, so I'm just going to fold some of them down. I feel like 4 and 5. Because we want a little bit to come this way. Oh, this freaking dog, y'all. Business! Enough! He's like, why is everybody making noise? Everybody's always making noise, dog. Calm down. Alright, I have purple, pink, orange, blue, and red and white Deco mesh because I'm using the same ornaments I did from last week. And yeah. I'm just going to do some curls. These are cut at 12 inches because it's all from scrap, so I was like, let me give myself an extra 2 inches to work with. I'm going to put them in one at a time because I don't know that I'm going to need. I have cut 2 of each, and I don't know that I'm going to need 3, 4, 5, 10 pieces for this because it's not a very big base. Business. Yeah, business would not eat last night. He was like all antsy, would not eat. Gave him chicken, he didn't want it. I gave him different food, he didn't want it. He was acting like his stomach was bothering him, and I was like, oh, business, please not now. Like, I can't, like, I'm fine. Like, my stomach hurts, I'm like, okay, my stomach hurts. When his stomach hurts, I'm like, what's wrong with him? What can I do? Why can't he tell me? So, I was anxious all last night until he finally ate, and I was like, okay. So he ate, he got a good night's sleep, and he never eats, like, in the morning. But I gave him some more food this morning. He was like, okay. And I was like, oh, alright. I know that orange is like, what the hell is he doing? But it matches the ornaments. I definitely want another red and white. I'm probably going to end up using all of these just because I already cut them and I hate throwing stuff away. I also finished reading The Stand yesterday. Oh my god, y'all. Listen, I love me a good book. And everybody's always saying, like, The Stand is Stephen King's best book. I don't think so. But I also haven't read everything he's written. But I don't, like, right now Stand's, like, not my, The Stand's not, like, my favorite book. Oh, I love when all this crap just falls all out of place. But it's like, I've seen the both miniseries. So I knew, like, the general idea, but it was just, it is so long. It's like 1,100 pages, and a good probably 600 pages in the middle of the book is like devoted to them having like a town hall meeting to figure out how to get the electricity back on, or how to, get their water running, or all this stuff, all this. And I'm like, why are we spending so long? Like, it's the minutes from the meeting. They're transcribed, and I was like, why are we spending so long doing this? And I was like, I know it's because it's Stephen King, but come on. I was like, oh, good, something's finally gonna happen, and then it's like, at the council meeting, and I'm like, oh. I told my mom, I said it was really good. I mean, it was a great book, but it was like watching, like, they broadcast like the city council, the parish council, whatever it is down here. They broadcast the meetings on like public access, and you sit there and it's like just the most boring thing you could possibly imagine. And I was like, that's exactly what this was. I'm like, well, I propose that we get this person is good, and I'm like, oh my god. And then the climax came so quickly. Like, he spends the majority of the book just talking about how to like reform society, and then the end comes, and I'm like, all right, here comes the action, and then it's like the end, and I was like, wait, what? Like, something happens. Obviously, there's a climax, but I don't know. It's really good. That was my 34th book I've read this year. I've been keeping up. If anybody used Goodreads, it's just an app to help you keep. I need to move this because this is looking Halloweeny. Um, it's an app that helps you keep track of the books you're reading and like how you're progressing and finding new books to read and all that stuff. I don't know where I would move that though. I'm going to cut a couple of tails out of this velvet ribbon. And I'm just doing these at 11 inches. I'm taking a Stephen King break because I was listening to a podcast as I was reading, and they started their podcast like 2 years ago. I started reading along with them a couple months ago, and now I'm caught up to the place where they are. So like, I couldn't listen to the podcast last night after I finished the book because it wasn't out yet, and I was like, this is weird. So I downloaded another book from Libby, and I'm reading that, and I'm just like, kind of want to just go back to read other Stephen King books, like the ones they're not covering yet or aren't going to cover. But the book I downloaded was only, I think it's like 9 hours. So it's a lot better because the stand was 47. $47 and 30 of it was who's going to be in charge of getting the electricity turned back on. And such and whatnot. You know, I think if I put one of my ornaments up here that is decidedly not Halloween-y, I think that'll save this, even though I just added black next to the purple and the orange. Make sure I don't put a green ornament right there. Did I only cut 4 of these? I think I just want a nice, simple, like 2-loop bow right here. We're going to see if I actually pull that off. Well, I either want that or like a loopy. Those 7-inch tails. This ribbon, I mean, it's not great ribbon, but it's $5 for 10 yards, and it's pretty, it's okay. It feels, the only thing I don't like about it is it feels extremely weather resistant. I feel like this is like a plasticky coating on the back, which that's fine because, you know, most of our wreaths go outside. I mean, not in direct weather, but did I get 2 rolls? I hope I got 2 rolls with this. I probably did. Alright, so instead of a 2-loop bow, this is like a 10-loop bow. But I was going to get a 2-loop bow in the 4-inch, so. started designing my own bow maker, which is one of those things where I'm using my laser cutter because I don't have power tools. But if I had power tools, it could be done in 10 minutes. But because I have to design it on a computer first and then cut it all out, it's taking me a little longer. Stay together. I also watched Bros last night, and I watched The Loneliest Boy in the World today. Loneliest Boy in the World was interesting. And Bros was just... It was just... I think I gave it 2.5 stars on Letterboxd. Which... I don't know. It just wasn't what I was expecting, I guess. Alright, where's my needle? I know it's right there. See, right here, I think. Yeah, it is, but I don't need no stinking needle. There's another tail out here, I think. And I don't know what I'm going to watch yet, because I finished watching The Office. I think I want to watch Parks and Recreation. I just like having something on in the background. Because I've been crocheting a lot, which is probably why my back stopped working and my life fell apart. I like something in the background that I'm watching, but I'm not oh wait, what happened? Who just got killed? So I think I'm going to do Parks and Rec. Because they're so similar. And yeah, I should probably pick something I haven't seen 10 times, but... whatever. I think this one can be cut down if I'm not going to use it for anything. I hate the tip of those trees, y'all. They're like, oh, it's this tall, and you unfold it, and it's not that tall. It's just that one piece that's that long. Here they come again, y'all. Oh crap, that's what I actually wanted, and it's still in there. Come on. not hot. I stick this one right there so we can actually see that it says cheer. This is not turned up. Maybe because it's not turned up all the way. Alright, I think for up here. That might be a good one to differentiate between those two. Or the yellow. I think this one. My glue pot is just an electric glue skillet that I got on Amazon. Look at your thrift stores first, because I told somebody in one of the comments, I was like, go in your thrift stores, it can be like busted. As long as it gets hot, that's all you need. Because you're not going to cook anything in it after you put a bunch of hot glue in it, so you don't have to worry about it being non-stick or anything. Which of course I didn't get mine from a thrift store, I got mine from Amazon because Amazon is cheaper than Goodwill here. Which seems appropriate. That makes sense. Oh, hey Pink, this one wants to join the party. But let's bring your more interesting cousin in. You can pop these caps off too and glue them to the edges. Like I might do that for one of these because I'm kind of running out of space, but I can actually glue into the wreath. So maybe I'll try that. I'm just gonna bend this in half so it's a little thicker. Is my glue gun on? Is there any chance that that's a thing? I mean, no, but it is now. Let me give that a second. Or actually, I can just hook this up. I forgot I have me a little stick right here. Oh, almost put it on the wrong end. Get some glue, stick that on there, and then come in right here. Rose also has a really unfortunate musical number by Billy Eichner. Like, it's not that he's a bad singer, it's just like, why, what? Not as weird as that singing number in Hocus Pocus 2, but still. Wait, what other color did we put in here that we need to incorporate? Probably one of these blues, huh? Tell me, did that fall in there? Of course it did. I have no patience for things. here, but who? I should probably put a purple in it because there's no purples. And if you dip in it like that, please be very careful of your hands. Okay, I know I saw that other orange somewhere. Stick you over here. Right next to the purple. What I've been trying to avoid doing this whole time, but you can go. I like them when they like this too, because you can just kind of like, oh, I'll switch that over there. Come on, glue gun. This is why I don't use a glue gun. Also, there's no glue in there, basically. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm just going to twist that off and somehow twist it back in at some point eventually. So we have, you know, the tree provides all our, I'm going to move these again because they're smushing the bow. The tree provides all our, you know, attachment points, but it also, it gives you a little bit of stuff poking out. You could always, if you like this, but you don't like the one side, you can put two trees together. So there we are. Oh, why did I think zooming out was going to help? It didn't. Alright, so I will take some pictures and throw those up at the end. Thank you guys for watching. Everything is linked down below. I'm going to go lay on my heating pad. Cute. Oh. She's got an attitude. I think it's on there too tight, but I can fix that later. Alright guys, see you later. Bye.